Welcome to Borneo, Malaysia, the third largest island in the world and this year's chosen location for World Swimsuit 2016. This exotic island destination is home to some of the world's most diverse natural beauty and rare wildlife. For the next 3 weeks, the team would be based out of Gaia Island Resort, a beautiful 5-star establishment that wonderfully captures the culture and spirit of the island nation. Accessible only by boat, the luxury getaway is set amongst protected mangroves, sheltered coral reefs, and nestled in the hillside of one of the world's oldest rainforests, all surrounded by the magnificent sandy coast of Malahom Bay.
There's no harm in pretending when you feel alone that he's there by your side.
We're here with Mia. It's my very first shot. We're in the spa. If you turn around over here, we have the fish whisperer ready with the koi, and Mia's going to get in here and yes,
I am.
see what happens. But, it's still a little cloudy, so we chose this as the first option of the day, and then hopefully in a few hours we're going to venture into the jungle and see what other animals and creatures we can find.
Mia recently won Sports Illustrated's 2016 model search competition, further elevating her modeling career. But Mia's not just a pretty face. She has a master's degree in finance and financial law, was a successful commodities trader, and is an avid Muay Thai fighter.
Hi, my name's Mia Kang. I'm half Korean, half English, but I was born and raised in Hong Kong, and I currently live in New York, and this is my first time shooting for World Swimsuit. I got scouted as a model when I was 13 years old. I actually grew up This is the first I'm hearing of that.
Pythons, apparently.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
that should be fun.
Nice.
Little boat, mangrove,
Little boat.
pythons.
Okay. Cool.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Perfect,
Let's go.
For the second part of Mia's shoot, the team headed into Gaia Island Resort's protected mangrove forest, which is only accessible by kayak or a small motorboat. The mangrove's beautifully exposed root system made for a unique setting for Mia's adventurous, outgoing nature.
Gavin has chosen some really interesting and challenging locations for my shoot. We went into the mangroves. We had to take a boat and go into the mangroves, and I had to climb up on some mangroves and dangle from them, balance on them. But it's been incredibly memorable. And we've seen some unbelievable things. This has definitely been a once-in-a-lifetime trip.
Justin, our guide, and a few of his helpers, they were climbing in the water and crawling through these mangroves, and it was pretty. We saw snakes hanging from the trees, and it was something I've never ever seen before. And she was having to balance herself on boats and climb out and wrap herself around vines, and again, she was completely fearless. A lot of girls that you'd ask, and they'd be like, "Nah, not going to do that." But she brought a different kind of flavor to the issue, and she has a great strength. How was that? How was that for you?
That was amazing.
Yeah?
That was. I mean, how often do you get to hang out in a beautiful mangrove, right?
Is it mangrovey?
It was so mangrovey.
She hit the wall when you took your last breath and went over the falls. She hit the wall. She hit the wall. Oh, how everything is changing.
The rain has finally passed, and it's looking like it's hopefully going to be a nice afternoon. We're going to head out to a fishing village, which is on the water, to work with Jessica Buchanan for the first time. And hopefully the weather will be good to us, and we can go out on this pirate ship that we found yesterday and get some great shots.
In the water. Way in the water, children. In the water, God's gonna trouble the water. The sea I rose, all dressed in white.
Hi, I'm Jessica Buchanan, and this is my second year shooting World Swimsuit. I really enjoyed shooting and getting to know everyone last year, so this year was just even better. The team was a little bit bigger as well, and I got to meet people that I didn't get to meet last year.
I met Jess actually last year when I was away shooting World Swimsuit, and I really wanted to shoot her this year, and I made it happen. So yeah, she was my second girl that I got to work with, and the essence of her story, we found out about this local village that's on stilts around the corner from the resort. It's this multicolored place, and all the people that live there, I guess every day, their life is fishing. They live in these homes, and we found out that we could go and visit them, and we arrived and they opened up their doors to us, and we shot our whole story in and around there.
It was like all different colors, it was beautiful. There's a lot of culture happening around there, so it fitted very well with the vibe that he was going for, which was, I think, like the little fisher village girl, the gypsy that just wandered out there.
A self-proclaimed gypsy girl, modeling has allowed Jessica to travel the globe and do what she loves most: spend time in a bikini on the beach collecting seashells. Jessica also has a passion for animals and has always loved crafting things with her hands, and is toying with the idea of launching a clothing range with a close friend.
God gonna trouble the water. The Holy Ghost calling on me. God gonna trouble the water.
My experience shooting with Gavin has been epic. I didn't get a chance to shoot with him last year, so I was so excited learning that I would shoot with him this year. We work very well together, we laugh a lot, and a part of his look that he chose for me was like this bohemian vibe, which I think fitted me perfectly, so I felt like he kind of knew who I was before he even met me, so I'm really glad that he chose that direction for myself.
In the water. Way in the water, children. Way in the water.
We found these boats that we photographed on, who I'm sure the guy that let us onto his boat, the rest of the time he's a pirate. But yeah, he was really welcoming, and it was perfect for Jess because it had that kind of hippie, sort of colourful vibe, which she just does effortlessly. So you just kind of put her in that world and amongst the locals and all those pops of colour, and she just blends right in, and it was great.
In the water, children. In the water. God's gonna trouble the water. what do you see? God gonna trouble the water.
Look at it today. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now, finally, it looks like paradise. This is it. And the locals, they were so welcoming. We went there. It's breakfast time. They got up. We went in the shops, bought some of their cold drinks. We hung out. They were really, really cool. It was a good, really, really good morning. Mission accomplished. Went well.
Calling on me, God gonna trouble the water. So wait in the water. Wait in the water, children. God's gonna trouble the water. If you don't believe I've been in deep, God's gonna trouble the water. Follow me down to Jordan Street. God's gonna trouble the water.
The following morning starts off with some thunder showers, but does not stop us from introducing another fresh face to the World Swimsuit team. Hailing from America's beautiful West Coast, she is Jessica Stroh.
Rock my mother, tell her where I be. Go call my sister, tell her what you see. I fell down to darkness, let it rain down over me. Over me.
Hi, my name's Jessica Stroh. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I currently live in New York, and I've been modeling for almost 8 years. This is my first time shooting World Swimsuit. It's been an amazing shoot. The team is great, keeping my energy up. The vibes are great. It's been a lot of fun.
Jessica's striking beauty and hard work has been rewarded by landing her this year's World Swimsuit front cover. She's been modeling since the age of 14 and sometimes still can't believe it's all worked out the way it has. At one point, it seemed like an impossible dream where she initially struggled to find an agent. Whatever the reason, we're thrilled it worked out the way it did.
Just finished the first half of my shoot. It's been nice working with Gavin. He's so much fun. We are now going to another private beach to finish up the second part of my shoot. I'm so excited.
The second part of Jessica's shoot would take place at the nearby uninhabited Sulug Island. To get there, the World Swimsuit team had exclusive use of Gaia Island Resort's 64-foot luxury motor yacht, Lumba Lumba. Setting off just after dawn, it was pleasant cruising all the way, and in the hour it took to get there, the team enjoyed the beautiful scenery as it rushed past the open deck.
That's a given.
So this morning we're going to continue shooting Jessica S out on this island, middle of nowhere. And what they set up over there, it looks like natives live on that island, so hopefully we'll make it off alive. So, but, we'll give it a go.
This is my first time shooting with Gavin, and it's been a lot of fun. He's really good to work with, makes you feel comfortable. I feel like we have a good chemistry going on. Some of the challenges I've faced has been definitely the weather. Pouring rain 1 second and then be sunny the next, and really have to just like go with the flow, you know? If it's raining and then all of a sudden it's sunny, you have to just run to hair and makeup and get your hair and makeup done. So that's been a little challenging, but you just push through it.
The weather once again proved its unpredictable nature and changed swiftly with a monsoon rolling in fast, which would halt production and send the team back to the resort.
It's your last day today.
I know, I'm sad.
So am I.
I don't want to go.
Because the reason we're here, everything with Jess' story is shot backlit, so we have to be up really, really early to get the light when it's kind of raising up, and then about 11 she's done every morning. But it's the last of the early mornings. We're gonna have fun tonight.
You wanna live or you wanna fly, then take your toes off the line. Hey,
We've been doing a lot of sporty looks, adding gold jewelry, white bikinis with a lot of lace and, you know, long flowy dresses. We got up early, the sun was rising, it was very beautiful. The shoot's very angelic, you know, backlit, so I'm really, really excited.
Zenya.
And this is Gavin. Nice to meet you.
Hi. We're about to go out on that yacht and continue to shoot. The sun is shining, got my Hawaiian shirt on, Zenya's got a dressing gown on.
Almost naked.
Almost naked, but anyway, we thought dressing gown was more appropriate. But yeah, we're gonna go out on that yacht and shoot some amazing pictures.
I was running scared, drunk and unprepared while you were.
It's not hard to see why Zenya is a world swimsuit favorite, and she just keeps getting better with each passing year. The Moldovan beauty recently shot to worldwide fame after appearing as Justin Bieber's lover in his music video for his hit single, What Do You Mean? And has also recently married the man of her dreams.
It feels amazing to come back a fifth year in a row. I hope and I wish to do 5 years more. But I'm all the time enjoying to work with World Swimsuit because it's like a family for me and it feels great.
Zenya I worked with 2 years ago when I shot her in the Seychelles, and she was fantastic then, and when the opportunity arose this time to work with her, I jumped at the opportunity. But this time, in those 2 years that have passed, she's matured into this, this real woman, and I wanted to celebrate that. So the whole style of the shoot, it was a little nod to kind of the 90s supermodels, and her hair and makeup and the styling and everything really reflected on that. So we chartered this beautiful yacht and we took her out on there and we shot out on the yacht, and it was a perfect setting for her, and we really celebrated that style of photography and those women of the 90s. And I think she'll look at those pictures as well and see it as a stepping stone for her. And I was very happy with how it all went.
What I like about Gavin, he is very creative. He knows exactly what he wants to get, and it's easy to work with him. Every year I'm learning something different, something else, because I become more mature and more experienced in my job. And I think every year we're getting better and better pictures. This year we had very beautiful bikinis. There were some plain ones. Usually I'm not shooting the plain ones, but this year we tried to get like a feeling of the 90s. And we had exactly those bikinis with a high waist, and it looked beautiful.
This is my 4th year shooting World Swimsuit, and I look forward to every year. After shooting this for 4 years, it's become a little family. I look forward to coming, seeing everyone again, and we share the stories from the previous years. And is it work? I don't know really. It's not. For me, it's I enjoy it more than anything. Thankfully, every day when I work, I'm happy because To me, it's not my work, it's what I love, and it's what I do.
A new day dawns in Borneo, which introduces us to a new photographer and model. Jacques Veyers is certainly no stranger to World Swimsuit, having shot for the magazine countless times over the years. His friendly, outgoing nature and wealth of experience brings a welcome boost of energy to the team as they head into the halfway point of the shoot.
So I just arrived in Borneo to Gaya Island Resort here in Malaysia, and arrived to torrential rain, but suddenly it's cleared and we're jumping to it, kind of rocking and rolling, and hair and makeup's been rushed and trying to get done. So first time working with Tanya, she's coming from LA. She is that sort of girl who you can really put anywhere and it'll work. So I've decided to stay quite local at the resort just to not sort of have too much travel time and capitalize on the light that's eventually coming out. So yeah, we're gonna rock and roll in minutes.
Ashes cover both loved and loved. We know it isn't right. Baby, burn your children, burn with this one desire. Lady bird, have you heard we set us on fire?
Hi, my name is Tanya. I was born in Russia and currently I'm living in Los Angeles. This is my first time shooting World Swimsuit and I was really excited. I really love the photographer, Jacques. I love his work, so I was so thrilled to come and have an opportunity to shoot. And I've never been in this part of the world, so it's always such a journey and such an experience.
So Tanya was the first girl I shot. She was somebody that I hadn't worked with. I actually just met her out socially in LA, and she sort of stood out in the crowd for me and got chatting, and she's a really amazing girl and got on really well. So I thought, let me bring her on this trip. And my story sort of changed initially from what I'd planned with her, just because we unfortunately got a bit of bad weather in the beginning. So Tanya had to be very specific because it was so location driven. I needed to place her in the positions I needed her to be in. She just ran with it so beautifully, and everything I sort of set up for her, she just made her own and was very comfortable in the positions. And I kind of made sure that I went through everything with her and showed her our progress and showed her the pictures, and she was loving what was going on. So that was motivation for me to continue in that same direction. And the resort is such an amazing place in terms of texture, and there's always something, palm trees, and there's always a beautiful sculpted garden, and the beaches are really amazing. So it was kind of a natural thing just to get started, almost in the easiest place, really. So it was just by chance that I ended up where I did with her, and it just was amazing. She's such a strong model, got a very strong face, very natural. I kind of pulled sets out of, built sort of little sets for her, and we found, wood where we could, and we found, leaves, and we just literally built these sets for her and created this environment for her, sort of a little island, tropical island vibe for her, and it paid off, and it looked really good. I was very happy with it. Got our last shot before lunch with Tanya. I've kind of built this little set. I've had some holes cut into a piece of bamboo, and I'm going to get water poured out through the bamboo, give it some nice effect and get some water on her body. Should look really good, I hope.
Shooting with Jacques was so refreshing and different because he would set up the set and he would always kind of know what he wanted. Yet I had the freedom to do what I felt like is right for me. So it was like this collaboration of photographer and I loved it. And shooting in Borneo and shooting in Malaysia and having all these palm leaves that are creating different shapes I don't have anything like that. I've never seen anything like that. It's really lovely.
Hi, my name is Cara Del Toro. This is my first day shooting World Swimsuit, and it's really pretty outside today in Borneo, so I'm really excited to shoot with Jacques. It's also my first time shooting with him, so I think it's going to be amazing. Stay tuned.
In America, that's how it goes. You can have your status, you can have your cars, you can have the rich guy, but where's your heart? Miss America, where did you go? Are you alive? Somewhere divine. Break it down to the genuine article. On the wall, it's good, it's gold, yeah.
Cara also met in LA at a casting actually that I did for World Swimsuit over there, looking for international girls. Such an amazing personality, and she just came across immediately as the sporty girl. You know, she's got this beautiful, curvaceous body, very strong, got this incredible smile, and we needed to sort of break our stories where we at least had one of the girls that were a little bit more smiley, a little bit more movement, and she was the girl for that. She really pulled that off. And you know, you've always got to kind of try and give each girl an identity, I feel, and give them a different type of feeling. And you know, so she was my kind of my sport girl, my kayak girl, and I mean, there was nobody better for it, especially with a body like that. It just suited it completely, and also being able to throw those smiles in every now and again, which just kind of lifted the mood of everything. And so we got those beautiful emerald green waters that you get in Borneo, and you know, it sort of bounces off all the jungle, and it translates as this emerald green water, and it's, you know, it was perfect for her. You know, just such a lovely girl. I'd have her back any day.
Jacques' so nice. I don't think Jacques could be mean to anyone if he wanted to. At least I couldn't see it. He's been so sweet, and he just makes you feel so comfortable, and he makes you feel beautiful while you're shooting, so it's easy to move with him, and he knows the light, and he gets the shot really fast. He knows what he wants, and he's quick. We get the shot and we move on to the next one. So he's just like, he's awesome to work with. He's so fun.
We had a fantastic morning. We had sun. We could cloud it over a little bit now, but the hotness hasn't left, so we're going to bring it on, and we're going to try and get some more green water and some little more action going on in the background here, so it looks good. I'm excited.
Am I supposed to say something? We took a quick boat ride here to this private beach that the resort has, which is gorgeous. We did some shots on a little boat off of a dock, which was really interesting. The boat was rocking up and down. I was trying to balance, but Jacques made it amazing. I think that it's going to turn out really beautiful because as the boat was moving up and down, the light was changing and flickering, and it was just beautiful. My shoot was kind of sporty scuba girl vibe, which was fun. So we had just sportier wetsuit type bikinis, things like that. So it was a little bit more active, some running through the water, kicking and splashing. It's kind of different than the other shoots that I've done for swimwear, where it's just been like super sexy or more casual. This has been sporty, it's been awesome.
Cara is rapidly becoming a star on Instagram, where followers can't get enough of her Cali model lifestyle. She's appeared in campaigns for Guess, Beach Bunny Swimwear, and Harper's Bazaar, and recently featured in the much talked about Carl's Jr. Tex-Mex commercial.
My experience with World Swimsuit has been amazing. It's been a dream come true. I think it's been absolutely incredible. The shoot was just so easy. Honestly, it's like I've been on a week-long vacation, like a honeymoon, with one photo shoot.
Well, I don't know about you, but I don't think I could have predicted a better end to the day. Cara ended up with the best light of the trip so far, and it just looked outstanding. And as a comment I heard, it looked like we were looking at the magazine already.
Yay! It was so fun. It was so perfect. It was amazing.
Happy days. So here we are on this beautiful dark side of the island, as I always call it, a little bit the rougher side for our beautiful shipwreck story with Sephora. We've kind of set up this little mini shipwreck scene, which we're sort of recreated and used bits and pieces that we found on the island, and she's looking fab. She suits the story with her salty blonde hair, and it's looking absolutely fabulous. So I'm stoked, and it's looking absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Thanks.
Sephora, or Zippy as we called her, her strength is actually just in her naturalness. She's a very natural girl. She doesn't have to do anything to look beautiful. She's just sort of can stand there and looks great. She's very in tune with herself, and I decided to do like a little shipwreck story with her. Again, a location sort of driven story where we created a little shipwreck scene. I got the guys from Gaia Resort who was so helpful on this trip to come and sort of build me a little shipwreck scene. They pulled out bamboo from the resort, and we took it on the boat with us, and everything you see in those images were actually brought onto that scene. There was nothing that we just found there. We had to actually bring everything on and make it look as natural as we could, and make what was in the foreground work with what was going on in the background. And I literally just had to have her in place and put her in the position and let the story unfold in that way. And Zippy was the natural choice of that just because of her natural demeanor, and I didn't want to break away from that. I didn't want to force anything else but bring more of that out in her, and she really pulled it off. It's not easy being natural. A lot of girls, they have to sort of work to get the shots, where she doesn't. She can just be. Got her hair in her face, and lots of sand on the body, and very confident, and like I said, in tune with herself. So I'm super stoked with those pictures, and this is what my stories needed.
It feels great being part of the family at World Swimsuit. Everyone's so funny and crazy and nice. This is my first time working with Jack, and it's been really fun. I love his energy. He's really just like a friend talking to you and taking photos, and feels really nice and natural. I like the swimwear chosen. It was very me. It was very tropical, green, blues, all kind of colors that I would usually wear. And also really nice for the location as well. It was really blue water, really sunny. But yeah, it was funny because I've never really done the kind of really sexy posing before. So it was quite fun for me to try new poses and new stronger attitude. I love working with everyone so much, and I'm very happy.
And just like that, the team were down to their final model, the gorgeous Genevieve Morton. Another small-town South African girl, Genevieve has built an incredible track record and can count herself amongst the best swimsuit models of all time. Needless to say, her arrival called for something special.
So we're about to embark on a monkey finding mission where we're hoping to possibly do a few shots with Jen if we can get the monkeys on the boat, which would be really cool. Have you shot at the monkey before?
Yes, you.
So we're about to embark and hopefully we will get something. It'll be great.
The wetlands are home to one of the nation's most famous inhabitants, the proboscis monkey. Easily distinguished by their large protruding noses, they are fascinating animals that live in the trees on the river banks. Mostly seen playfully jumping from tree to tree, they also have webbed feet which allow them to easily navigate water.
Genevieve Morton, I mean, this is a girl that I've been shooting regularly probably for the last 8 years, maybe even longer. She's like my go-to girl that you just know you're going to get some fire out of her. So Gaia Island Resort took us on this amazing excursion, about a 2-hour drive to this massive river, you know, and hopefully I didn't know at the time whether I'd get shots out of it, but I just sort of asked Kelly, our stylist, to bring some swimwear with, and it was just the most picturesque sort of environment, and I just thought I've got to try and get some shots of her in this scenario, and it was a bit of pressure for her because of our whole team was there, even the other models were there, you know, all on this boat, and she just didn't even flinch. She just rocked it out and looked spectacular.
First day we went shooting out on the river. We went to this incredible nature reserve. It's something that the government's actually taking care of and protecting because they've got amazing wildlife, and one of the things we're looking for is the proboscis monkeys, which I've never seen. So it was amazing to see that and to be able to also go on the first day and not have too much pressure. We just did those first few shots and to get to have an experience of Borneo that I think really was a highlight for me. I spend a lot of time shooting on islands all over the world, and I find sometimes they begin to look the same, and the unique thing about Borneo is it's very tropical and there's a lot of wildlife and it's very green. I loved my story because I feel like it gave an overall picture of what Borneo is. So for today's shoot we were able to go to a private beach around the corner from Gaia Island Resort, and it was incredible. We got the most beautiful shots. There was a stunning, colorful, rustic boat which we got. Probably my favorite shot of the whole series. It was really incredible. So the last shots of the day we were able to shoot with some local dancers. They were the most incredible little outfits with intricate details, and I really think it made my entire story because it really shows an element of Borneo that I don't think anyone else had.
I needed some shots that I could follow up on, and it's sort of set my idea in motion of getting some traditional dancers in and shooting some shots with them. And sometimes you just need an idea to spark the rest of the story, and that was the perfect one. You know, it was great for the team to see, and also for her just to know that she could work under that pressure. She really pulled it off. Amazing, amazing. We got it, we done. So that's a wrap for Borneo World Swimsuit 2016. We ended with an absolute cracker shot. Got the last of the light, came out for us perfectly, and Jen just turned it on like a house of fire. Well done.
It's your best work yet.
Thank you.
And that's a wrap for World Swimsuit 2016. Thanks for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again next year.
So just arrived in Borneo at where we are.
I smile, you talk, huh?
It feels great being part of this year's.
I'm very excited to be here and oh my gosh, don't do that. God dang it, Richard. Okay.